Mentioned, let's not forget about Todd Gurley. Just his numbers overall. If you're a fantasy owner, I am so sorry, but Todd Gurley just has not been up to expectation so far. Yeah, the defense played well, but they played well against a Seahawks offense that has been just absolutely dreadful. Their only score, Stephen Hauschka field goal. Russell Wilson, the first time he hasn't scored a touchdown in 17 games. That was the longest streak in the NFL. And still, Russell Wilson just not performing up to expectations. But the Rams, they can't go through these first two games 1-1 with this defense and say, okay, we're back in business. Because although, yes, LA is the entertainment capital of the world, people still have expectations. Think about the Clippers. No one cared about the Clippers when they did bad, even though they played in Los Angeles. They cared about the Lakers. And there are other teams in California, like the 49ers, that if they play better, more people are going to pay attention to them over the Rams.
Austin King had a love and passion for hockey and was certainly ready to continue his success with Marist's club team, until a shocking revelation would derail his entire season.
It basically got to the point where I was like, there's something wrong with me, and like I was going to doctors and stuff like that, and they couldn't figure it out. And then one night, like, just everything hit the fan. I got rushed to the emergency room, and they told me then I had cancer. I told my coach what happened, like, hey, I can't come back, I'm done for the year, stuff like that. And then he told the team, and the second he told the team, they had like a big meeting. They all reached out to me and texted me and called me and come to my house, stuff like that, to make sure everything's all right.
Most people in Austin King's position would have dealt with it in a much different way, but Austin instead chose to focus on bringing himself back onto the ice bigger and stronger than ever.
I think that, it speaks the world of Austin. He did a really good job sticking with it last year, where I think a lot of people might have given up.
It was hard battling back. I was still pretty weak from all the chemo and stuff like that, so I'd say a full semester I was really feeling like I was back to my feet again.
Just the fact that he's able to do everything that he's done and still be successful both in the classroom and outside, just makes me in trust with him that he kind of understands the big picture.
It's the little things that really matter. Like, it's the friends I make here, the enjoyments I have playing hockey, going to class, learning new things, like making friends. That's the stuff that really matters. That's the stuff that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life.
From McCann Ice Arena, I'm Matt McNamara, Com 445.
Brian Parker lays it in. Marist goes up 10-8. Then Kentrell Brooks kicks out to Ryan Funk for the deep three. And then Funk will get the ball again, this time getting fouled and still slamming it home. Khalid Hart gives it up to Parker Taviki, absorbs the contact and gets the layup. And then Hart with the anything you can do, I can do better with the and one. Parker will drive to the hoop himself and kick it out to Funk for yet another three. Parker this time takes it himself for the layup. And then Schoberg with the block on. Finds Hart, who will take the jumper himself and hit it. Later on, Brian Parker takes the ball to the hoop himself, unguarded with the layup. Hart then gives it out to Paulson for the deep three. And then Parker would take it once again to the hoop. Marist wins 90-88. It's official. Regular season football is back in Los Angeles for the first time since 1994. After getting shut out in San Francisco Week 1, the Rams rechristened the Coliseum with a 9-3 win over the division rival Seahawks. Over 90,000 fans were in attendance for the win, plus a performance by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. More on this story a little later. Week in sports, so let's begin. The New York Giants continued their surprisingly strong season with a narrow 21-20 win over the Cincinnati Bengals. Eli Manning connected with 3 different receivers for touchdowns, including Odell Beckham Jr., who celebrated by breaking into the Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. Certainly looks like OBJ is having fun playing football again. The Giants' run game also contributed, putting up a season-high 122 yards on the ground. The Giants also got some big help from their defense, sacking Andy Dalton 3 times and forcing a huge interception by Landon Collins late in the fourth quarter to keep the Giants' lead. The Giants now move to 6-3, second in the NFC East behind the scorching hot Dallas Cowboys, and will look to boost their winning streak to 5 against the struggling Chicago Bears team on Sunday. The Marist men's and women's basketball teams both started their season in big ways, as the men's team traveled to top-ranked Duke for the first time, losing 94-49, and then immediately making the trip up to number 21-ranked Rhode Island, losing 107-65. Fifth-year senior Khalid Hart led Marist in scoring for both games, with strong efforts by Brian Parker and newcomer Richie Mitchell. The men's opener will take place against Vermont. The women's team also faced some tough matchups, losing to Hofstra on the road 62-42, and then also losing at Rhode Island 82-61. Marist had their home opener last night against Seton Hall, losing 76-63. Ali Clement and Claire Oberdorf put up strong numbers for the team, along with a good effort from freshman Rebecca Hand. Marist's next game will be at Holy Cross on Saturday night.
It was also a big weekend for Marist football as they had their senior game against Dayton, losing 59-31. Marist had a big game out of quarterback Mike White, who threw for 248 yards and a touchdown, and even broke out for a 78-yard rushing touchdown, the longest by a quarterback in school history. Marist will look to finish the season with a winning record, traveling down to take on division rival Jacksonville on Saturday. That's all I have for sports this week. Back to you guys.